What is a dot? Do you know what is a dot? A point that you draw on a paper is not a dot. Because if you will really zoom into the dot that you draw on a paper, it's going to be a circle. Drawing a dot is impossible, because by definition, a dot doesn't have an area. A dot is fundamental to geometry. All geometrical figures is just a set of dots, an infinite set of dots. But if all geometrical figures is just a set of dots, let's imagine how many dots we can fit on an area. Imagine a very simple area. Let's say an area between 1 and 2. How many dots you can fit between 1 and 2? It's actually an infinite number of dots, because by definition, a dot doesn't have an area. So you can fit infinite number of dots between 1 and 2. But the tricky question is how many dots you can fit between 1 and 1.5. Just think about it for a bit. The number of dots that you can fit between 1 and 1.5 is exactly the same number of dots that you can fit between 1 and 2. And this is a paradox, because on the image, the area between 1 and 2 is bigger than the area between 1 and 1.5. But the number of dots is exactly the same, just because the dot, by definition, doesn't have any area, and it's going to be an infinite number of dots. And that's very, very tricky, because let's imagine how many numbers we have. How many numbers we have in general? It's an infinite number of numbers, right? Because you can count each and every number. Doesn't matter if it's just positive numbers, if it's just negative numbers, if it's a combination of positives and negatives, because you can just count them 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. until infinity. But how many dots do we have? Can we count dots? We probably can't, because between 2 dots you can fit another one. And that will be applicable to any dots. And that's the whole point with dots. The power of set of dots equals to continuum. And continuum is bigger than the number of numbers. So we have 2 infinities, and one infinity is bigger than the other one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. I'm Alexander Halikov. See you in the next video.